What's going on, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the Denver Broncos versus Kansas City Chiefs NFL matchup going down Sunday, November 16th, 2025. If you're looking for my best bets, the games that I love, head to Pickdawgz.com. Click the Experts tab at the top of the page. It's a great time to do it. We've got Week 12 college football in the books. We've got Week 11 NFL action on the horizon. We got the NBA, we got the NHL, and we got college hoops as well. So make sure that you jump on board. Remember to use the promo code PICK at checkout. Get 15% off your purchase. And we've also got our Inner Circle VIP services. I'm sure you've heard a lot about them on our YouTube videos already. Basically, it's a one-on-one concierge style service for people who make big bets and for those with big bankrolls who are kind of looking to take their betting to the next level. Now, you can call or text the number that's on the screen, but just keep in mind, if you do, that it is our most expensive premium product. So just remember that when you reach out. But if you do find that it's for you, it's an awesome product. One that I can assure you guys you're going to absolutely love. I've heard a lot of people love it already. So make sure that if you find that that's for you, definitely make sure that you check that out. But let's get to this one between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. You got the Denver Broncos 8-2 on the year, 4-5-1 against the number this season. After a 10-7 win over the Las Vegas Raiders on Thursday night last week, while the Kansas City Chiefs off a bye week. But prior to that, they got a 28-21 loss at the hands of the Buffalo Bills on the road to fall to 5-4 on the year, both straight up and against the number. And the Kansas City Chiefs, had a 3-game win streak snapped with that loss. And this is a Kansas City Chiefs team. It's in unfamiliar territory at 5-4 on the year, in third place in the AFC West, and trying to play catch up right now. And as much as I like what the Kansas City Chiefs have done over the years, this is still, like I said, unfamiliar territory. And I do think that, while they put themselves in a bit of an uncomfortable situation, I don't think they're out of time to try to remedy that. This is a good place to start. Like I said, they picked up wins in 5 of their last 6 games. Could you call into question some of those wins? Absolutely you could. I mean, home games against the Commanders and the Raiders, a win over Baltimore when Baltimore was down, and, the Giants beating them on the road. Now, I'm not going to fault Kansas City for playing who's been put in front of them. I'm not going to do that. But I will say that, again, you got to take those results with a grain of salt. Now, there's nothing to take away but positives from that 30-17 win at home over the Detroit Lions. I mean, that was a game where Kansas City got it done, took advantage of the fact that Jared Goff has not played well in his career outdoors, and just like I said, it was a good matchup for Kansas City in that game. But now they got to go on the road. But the good news for Kansas City is that they're getting Patrick Mahomes in a matchup where he is very comfortable. He's had a lot of success against the Denver Broncos over the years, and you're getting a Denver Broncos team that's missing Pat Surtain II. They're missing J.K. Dobbins for the year. Now R.J. Harvey has been able to step up in the relief role for the Denver Broncos, but there's just a lot of injuries, a lot of key injuries for the Denver Broncos in this game. And for an offense that's really started to dip a little bit in the last couple weeks, I'm not sure that's what this team needs. I mean, the Denver Broncos, 10 points against the Raiders, 18 points against the Houston Texans. Granted, the Houston Texans still have one of the best defensive units in the NFL, but even then, a few weeks before that, 13 points on against the New York Jets overseas. Not where I think the Denver Broncos should be. The Denver Broncos might be a little bit of a paper 8-2. I think that this is a team that could easily be 6-4 or even 500 if a couple of these results flip. So I think that this is just a spot where Kansas City's laying 4 points on the road, I think, for a reason in this matchup. I think that the success for Mahomes against the Denver Broncos needs to be kept in mind here. Sometimes a guy just has your number, and when it's a guy like Patrick Mahomes, that is a very hard thing to overcome. So I'm going to lay the 4 or the 3.5 with the Chiefs here, whatever you can get it at. But either way, it's going to be Chiefs for me here, and that's going to be my free pick. But just a reminder, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to our channel and smash that thumbs up. And if you're looking for my best bets, you can find those at Pickdawgz Premium. While you're Pickdawgz, check out our betting tools. They're 100% free. They're the best betting tools in the business, and tools that you want to make sure that you have in your back pocket when you're making your best bets for the day's action. Thanks for watching. See you guys soon.